Hey guys, Slug here with some more Dark Souls 3 action. This video will be a longer one. A combination of some invasions and fights with the Discord and Twitch folk. It'll be relatively light on commentary compared to some content creators out there, but I'll try to add a thing or two in parts I feel were important. First off, an invasion versus a group of 3 at Central Irithyll. A really dumb bump toss here, but luckily the Phantom is slowed on the stab punish. As usual, camera control and unlock play are keys to fighting multiple people. I don't immediately bolt into the PvE, but I pulled the group towards it slowly. I do a very dumb roll here, but the Twin Daggers user hits me, which allows me to get away due to their low hit stun. I swapped to an offhand thrusting sword as a means to react better to approaches of the group in a 1v2 situation. I utilized my knowledge of its stun differences, like running R1 or second R1 swing versus first R1 swing at a couple points here by swinging out of trades, as those are safe plays. I fumble a bit with my rolls and the camera, but overall things go fine. Instead of committing to a true combo here, I decided to drop the continuation and just try and pursue the host. This next clip, for a change of pace, shows some clever plays by the host I invaded. At first they seemed sort of unplanned, but as they kept adding on, I figured this player is definitely not doing them on accident. Pretty cool and worth highlighting in my opinion. The first play happens here. I'm pretty sure the host recognized me being locked on and positioned themselves so that my roll would result in me dropping down to the lower level. I manage a neat ring swap in return. second play happens when I go for a pivot stab in between their first and second swings. Instead of swinging again, the host is smart and just kicks me. The last play, and definitely the coolest one, happens as the host jumps down below. They risk taking a plunge deck for a rollback stab opportunity. Unfortunately, their punish is just a bit slow and I managed to get away with the victory. This invasion flip is from Chanty's right finger run. As you know, I usually use Gales and Rapier, while Chanty uses Murakumo and Rapier. But during most of this session we did so-called reverse setup fights using the other's preferred weapon combination. A lot of the fun in these encounters came from seeing Chanty pull off some of the stuff I do on Gales and Rapier and vice versa. Overall, the CGS setup felt more focused on roll catches and using its poise and high poise damage to your advantage. I won't commentate this fight as I just want you guys to enjoy seeing two players having a lot of fun. At the end, Chanty manages to catch me with a nice angled R2 as I wait a bit too much roll. GG's. This next clip happened during one of Yukos' streams. I was trying to co-invade with him, but ran into another dry-finger duo in the area, as evident by the other invader getting hit. At first I'm a bit careful since they're a mad spirit, but they seem to be interested in taking out the group and not going for the easy way out through killing me. This duo employs the classic, "we'll sit at the bonfire room with no friendly fire and wait for you to walk in" strategy. Our reaction to this is to chuck some bombs at them. I hit my friend, but I dropped him a seek row as an apology. As the two remain unmoving, we have a pretty cool moment of unspoken communication. I decide to go around and reach the opening in the wall of that room. My friend understands this and stays behind to keep watch. As I pepper the group with some bolts, my friend goes in. Using the commotion, I go in as well, and manage some pretty nice unlocked swings to avoid hitting the other invader while giving them time to heal. In the pretty quick 2v1 that follows, our positioning and decisions when to attack are very good. I make a couple dumb moves, but it's overall an easy finish. The invader actually added me after this to say GG's, which was pretty cool. Now, I had to include this one obviously. Satan was doing a non-driving run through the game, making his soul level 70 plus 8 build. He was at about soul level 60, I think, at Archives, which was to me as good a moment as any to try and invade him on my 56. As you can see, I swapped around a bit in terms of weapon use, just to keep things fresh for both him and I. Some worked better, while others weren't all that effective against a player like him. A good example is him calling the Wake Up R2 here. In the end, after a bit of menu fumbling, I decided to go for an Uggs mirror, as Saint is very good with the weapon class. There were a couple moments like this one where I punch and roll out at very tight timing, which looked a bit wonky for Saint. They made me a bit nervous, but in the end both he and the chat seemed to enjoy the encounter. Very good read on Saint's part here. I go for a pivot, he goes for a stomp to avoid the backstab animation and punishes me. I have a softy moment here because I just want the fight to last just a tiny bit longer, so I don't pressure and punish his heal. A pretty silly mistake ends the fight. I don't turn the camera enough and step forward to swing a bit early, which Saint intercepts. GG's. Now, while the previous fight was planned, this one wasn't, at least on my end. During one of my streams, I managed to invade Mook as he was going through the dungeon on a new character. While I almost immediately figured out that my opponent is someone good, it took me an embarrassingly long time to know that the faction is indeed Mook's. I'm not commentating much, but this whole fight is basically us making reads on one another's stabby attempts and baits, while also managing to include a bunch of rustic play in between. Very fun. The last stab I get is a bit lucky. Moog decides to go for a parry attempt on the backstab, but I managed to get the confirm as he's in the swap animation. GG's. This last clip comes from yet another co-invasion attempt. I was trying to help Bob, but the orb had other plans, unfortunately. I try to go in heavily on the overleveled Phantom, as their weapon of choice is Freed Scythe. Nothing more needs to be said. The host allows me to do this for quite a while, but I unfortunately don't manage to capitalize on the 1v1 situation fully. Sloppy play. Despite giving multiple lengthy 1v1 situations, I don't manage to take out the Phantom. I even forego the catering swap here out of laziness. Here I make the first actually good play of the invasion. I notice the duo is separated and that the skeletons will give me another time buffer to 1v1 the host with, so I immediately swap targets. This time I make the opportunity count and also do the catering swap. As you can see, proper thinking results in quick kills. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys got something good out of this video. Have a nice day and see you guys soon. Slug out.